fostering dogs, and the Nebraska Humane Society paired me up with Nacho. He wasn't getting any applications. I had him for 3 months, and I really fell in love with him in those 3 months, and he got adopted. It was a really sad day. Fast forward 4.5 years, I moved to Ohio, and he ended up back on the Nebraska Humane Society's website, and my friend let me know he was found as a stray. Previous owners were contacted. They didn't claim, so I went and I adopted him. My name is Caitlin, and this is Nacho's story for GeoBeats. From on out, it's seamless. He just integrated into my life perfectly.
Nacho.
I call him just a big old derpy goofball. Hi, buddy. He gets along phenomenal with other dogs. You have another dog that loves to play as well. He's best friends with them. The first night we got home, just felt like he was like, I'm home here. This is where I'm meant to be. When I fostered him, I had a certain spot on the couch that I always like to sit, and he would come up next to me and put his head right here on my shoulder. And that night he did the same thing. And it was just like, he's back home.
Oh my goodness, Nacho. And you would let me do that all day, wouldn't you?
I wish he understood that I never forgot about him. I often thought about him in those 4.5 years. I hope he just understands that that wasn't me giving up on him, letting him get adopted. That was so I could continue to foster dogs and hopefully save other dogs, but I often thought about him. So I hope he understands that. I'm not trying to judge the previous adopters. I don't know what happened. Maybe some type of life circumstance. A lot can happen for you to need to surrender your dog. So I have no judgment towards them. I'm just really happy with how it turned out.
I just want to stop and think about what she just said about adopting dogs or fostering dogs. It's really hard to have that mask on where you want to foster and help all these dogs, and then you meet one that you fall in love with. And they need more fosters. They need more people to help these dogs transition to find their forever homes, and keep that in mind while you see all these amazing dogs. It's really tough and good for her.
He loves to cuddle. When I sit and watch TV at night, he's half on my lap. When I'm working, he refuses to sleep anywhere but my bed, and he takes over my bed. We're both healing each other. I was really struggling after my previous dog passed away, so he's really helped me this fall going into winter just to feel more full again.
He's a good boy.
That's so sweet.
Excited that she's getting adopted. What's even crazier about this is she's 12 years old. I didn't believe it at first either, but look, you can see by her teeth. Congratulations, Betty, on being adopted.
12-year-old dogs are very difficult to get adopted, especially because they want them for a long time. Clearly, by this 12-year-old dog, I don't think she is going to be anywhere anytime soon, because she is completely full of energy and full of excitement.
Adoption stories with you and let you know what happens to these dogs after I sit with them at the shelter. I'm even going to show you videos and pictures of these after I sit with them at the shelter. I'm even going to show you videos and pictures of these pups with their new forever families. It's one of the top things you ask me for. You want updates. So get ready for Where Are They Now? Okay, my first update is this American Bully mix. Now, whether you saw the original video or this is the first time you're seeing her, you can see how scared she is. Fear has her pancaking to the floor. But watch how with the right approach, she's able to start investigating and building confidence. Now in a minute, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite clips of her where she does something rare I don't typically see in shelter dogs. But first, can we just watch the moment again where I get to do the scoop and she comes into my lap?
Most, oh, there it is. There it is. Let's see if we can do the scoop. We did the scoop. Yeah. You're smiling. You're smiling.
Watching this back, it just fills my heart with so much joy. Oh, and let me load up the clip that I wanted to show you all. Look at this. She actually exposes her belly to me. Now, for any dog to do this, it's a big deal, but especially for a shelter dog, because when a dog exposes their stomach to you, it is them being vulnerable and saying, I'm willing to trust you. And to me, this just says that in her new family, they are going to have such an amazing bond. And from what I'm hearing, that is absolutely the case, because guess what? She was adopted. Okay, her name is Lady, which I love. And Lindsay, the mom of the family, told me this. They have a 10-year-old autistic son, and when they were driving home, Lady just laid her head on his lap. And even when they pulled up to their new house, Lady didn't want to get up. That's how immediate that bond was. She now has a best friend named Cutie Pie. and does the backyard zoomies. Lindsay, thank you to you and the family for adopting. Lady, thank you for letting me be a chapter of your story.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the family picture of Lady meeting their dog. The dog is chubby, and then when you look at the photo, she seems very happy in her home. Chubby happy.
That's where a lot of the new dogs come in. And then I kind of work my way to the inside because most of the time, then they come into these areas where they get their own little condos. Like this right here, look at these two. Hi, little ones. You can do what I'm doing. That's the neat thing. If you see this and you like it and you want to do this, you can go to your local shelter or rescue. And this takes a while to get to this point. You have to start out volunteering. You really have to get to know dogs, understand dogs, walk dogs. I will tell you this too. I'm constantly reminded of how many designer dog breeds are in the shelter that you can go adopt. Check out this Labradoodle.
No? Oh, you turned on my tree? Rude.
Yeah, we need to go sit down with her. Sometimes you can
What
tell
a
right
cutie.
away on a dog's that they are stressed. But over time, you learn different signs from dogs that are stressed that don't show it in their face. And she is exuding a lot of those signs. I bet if she lets me feel her heartbeat, her heart is racing.
Oh yeah, such a rapid heart rate. It is so interesting how you can see stress in some dogs right away, but others you really have to look for the signs. A lot of water drinking is one of those signs. Oh, you can bring that back to me? Thank you. And if you look closely, just how bad this matting is.
You can see it more on her tail. See how bad that is? When I scratch her, I'm trying not to do it too much so that it's not painful. Oh, and she puts her head on my heart. Like she's saying, I've just been through so much. Oh, while I was sitting with her, they let me know that someone is interested in potentially adopting her.
Lucky girl, she getting adopted?
Hopefully we have someone that's interested in
What? Oh, you might be going home.
Yeah, she might be getting a chance, right?
Okay. Are you thinking about adopting this one?
I think
Oh,
so.
she's so cute.
Okay, let's go sit with some other dogs and we'll come back and check in soon to see if she gets adopted.
Oh, you're sweet.
Two really
Just
pretty
from
dogs.
looking at her mouth, it looks like she needs jaw surgery. That's quite the overbite. She's so sweet.
Yeah, it blows my mind. Like, how does a dog like this end up in the shelter? Well, any dog, but someone paid thousands and thousands of dollars for this dog. $10,000 wouldn't even surprise me. She does look really skinny though. And that bottom lip is so far out. I think that just might be who she is, but I hope it's not like from a broken jaw or something like that. Sometimes I just like to sit and observe for a minute. Just kind of see the dog's behavior before going in and sitting down with them. I can tell I'm gonna have to lower my energy for her to try and reach a state of calm.
Oh, we gotta get treats too. Okay, thank you. What's her kennel card say?
Just French Bulldog, around 7 apparently.
She seems
Good, she
very
still looks like a puppy.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell it
Look
though.
at that tongue.
Stray? Oh, poor girl. She's so dirty. She's so smelly and dirty. But it doesn't matter. You're still beautiful. You've probably been through it, huh? A 7-year-old little gal like you trying to survive on the streets? Good luck. Oh, does that feel good? It's wild how like
What a sweetie.
Good morning in the shelter. We're
What I was trying to say is fear manifests itself in many ways.
for her, it's being really anxious and nervous. But when you get close and you sit with these dogs, you just know how scared she is in this environment. Flailing around. Come here, let's see if we can get her calm up. Okay. Oh. One of the goals in sitting with dogs is just giving them a moment of calm and comfort.
Now we did eventually get to calm with this wiggle butt, and I'm gonna show you pictures of her with her new dad. It makes me so happy. But I thought another great thing in these update videos where I tell the entire story is to address some of the questions. I was blown away by how many people wanted to know why the shelter didn't bathe her. And honestly, at first I took offense to it because I know how hard the shelter works and the volunteers work and how much heart they put into this. But I made sure not to take offense to those comments because I am also on this learning journey with you. I always learn something new when I go into shelters. I think it's a fair question. Why isn't she bathed? Well, different dogs come in at different times, and shelters and rescues, they only have so many resources. They've got to figure out between the volunteers they have, the time, the money, where they apply those. And sometimes a bath may not be as high priority as the dogs that have come in overnight and they're in need of immediate medical attention. Now, in her situation, it wasn't anything like that. It just, I got to her first before Mel and grooming was able to bathe her. But she did get a bath, and that helps shelter dogs so much when they get a bath. They just feel so much better. Okay, now hold on, let me pull up her adoption details because it's a fun one. Okay, Fiona, remember I named her Betsy, her new family renamed her as Fiona, very fitting. All right, she now lives in Las Vegas, Nevada with her veteran dad, Scott. Now here's something that just makes my day. Scott saw this video and he drove from Las Vegas out to the shelter and adopted her that day. She has 2 Boston Terrier siblings. Scott signed an agreement before he left that he would get her spayed, and he did that. Thank you very much. And overall, Betsy's living her best life now. Her days at the shelter are over. Thank you, Scott. Guys, we're making a difference. When you watch these videos, when you share, when you comment, it makes a difference. Thank you. What an awesome community. Scott and everyone watching this video, thank you for saving Fiona.
I'm not gonna go through all of it, but he's such a great guy, and to see his videos are so uplifting and heartwarming, and you just want to be so involved in his community. It's absolutely amazing community to be involved in. I hope that if you are interested in being involved, you do find your local shelter. You don't know what exactly that entails until you actually start.